If you're here from the last video, good job. Welcome back. If you're new to this, go watch the video I'm going to pin up here, then come back and we'll get going. So, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Gary Cantrell and I've been creating content since 2007. In 2007, podcasts were extremely new. Even newer was live internet radio. And I jumped on that trend with a live internet radio show that would become a podcast thereafter. And this was in 2007. I've been a big wrestling fan all my life, and this show was centered around wrestling and sometimes mixed martial arts later on in the show's history. And that show ran straight from 2007 to 2010. I took about 3 years off. I brought the show back in 2013, which would eventually end in 2014 so that I could start a new wrestling specific project. And then I took another break. This is a theme here. So what you need to know about me is that in the mid-90s, I was diagnosed with ADHD. And one of the things about ADHD is that you tend to get really excited about stuff, and then at some point you just get completely uninterested and you fall off a cliff with it. And a lot of times you never come back and you never recover from it, and it really sucks. And, you know, you look back 15 years later, you're like, man, we had something really good going there. What the hell happened? You know, I have created probably thousands of pieces of content, different shows, different videos. I've edited videos for others that have garnered millions of views. And what do I have to show for it? I'm a YouTube guy with 1,000 subscribers. Most of you have no idea who the hell I am. And now we're here. I'm sharing my story to you now. And I'm trying to build something at the age of 41. I don't know if this is going to become anything. I don't know where the hell it's going. But I'm at the point now where basically when I was 39, before I turned 40, I had this like super long string of depression. I realized 40 was around the corner. I thought that by the time I reached age 40, it was fucking over and that there was going to be no path to anything. Because if you look at a lot of the creators that are out there that are successful, they're in their mid-20s and they start so young and they're out there killing it, by the way. Like, I just want to show love to all the creators out there, young, old, that are killing it. At the time, I thought that when I hit 40, I was going to be done with it all because what's the point? Why go forward? Which is stupid thinking, by the way. And if you're somebody like me who has anything remotely close to what I'm going through in terms of, you know, being an older creative and you think that just because you're old, you're not going to go anywhere or whatever, I got news for you. You got plenty of time left. You got plenty of gas left in the tank. And I believe that you can do something if you want to do it. And that's what I'm trying to do now. And I realize that 20 people are probably going to see this video. Who gives a shit? I'm putting it out there. I'm putting my story out there for you. And that's all that matters. So 2007 to roughly 2014, I was doing a live internet radio show / podcast. In 2014, I had this crazy idea of starting a wrestling website that went nowhere because my whole premise was there was no paywall, there was no ads, and everything that was on this website was like actual, like factual news. And if you have any like small inkling about the world of wrestling, a lot of the people that garner the most clicks and views on that stuff are people that are making up these like crazy rumors and stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, what I realize is that people don't give a shit if the news is real or not. It's like if you put up a clickbait about, like at the time, 2014, CM Punk walking out of WWE, I mean, you could literally make that title anything. You could make up, you know, there's people talking about like, oh my God, he's coming back like 2 months later in Chicago. It was like March of 2014 or whatever. And like there was all these just wild rumors about, you know, not just him, but like, you know, many different wrestlers. And you could literally put anything like on Twitter or on your website and people would click on it because if you made it, you know, clickbaity enough, people loved it. And as a fan, I hated falling into these traps where I'd go on like Facebook and I'd get recommended this like wrestling page. I use those quotes very loosely, and it was like such a clearly bullshit, like a picture. Maybe it was photoshopped and the headline was crazy, and it would have thousands of comments because people knew how to game the system and clickbait. And I was just like, we're going to be the opposite of that. We're going to give you like only real stuff. And first of all, that news is like few and far between, because a lot of the wrestling people, like real stuff, it was hard to come by because most people don't want to talk, because it's like I don't want to use the word fake, but it's, you know, predetermined and all that. And so what I realized is that people don't give a shit if your news is real or whatever. You had to have like the most salacious headlines or people just weren't fucking clicking it. And that's just the bottom line. So that fell flat on its face. After about 2 years, I felt that, God, I really just want to like make, you know, more content and do podcasting again. So I started a podcast which ran for about 300 episodes. That was just my name, the Gary Cantrell Podcast, where I interviewed complete strangers from Instagram. That was like episode 15 or 16 on. But before that, it was just kind of like me talking in a similar fashion. Now, like something that happened that week, I would like just tell a story, short form, 30, 40 minutes, whatever, and go on about my day. And I built that thing up really crazy. And then I got burned out and I abandoned it. And here we are. So somewhere in there, though, like 2018, 2019, I started, I had this interest for making videos. I would put them on this very channel. A lot of them are private now because they kind of suck. I don't know. Should I bring them back? Should I just like public them or whatever and bring them back on and monetize them? I don't know. Maybe. We'll think about it. But I kind of just want to make all new stuff, kind of telling my story and maybe even showing clips of stuff and here and there, and just kind of sharing with you what I've learned over the last several years, and really specifically the last 5 years, where I think it was like January of 2018 where I first started like really putting a lot of stuff on this channel at the time and just trying different things, sharing my journey. At one point I was like really big into fitness. Clearly I'm not big fitness guy anymore. I gained a lot of weight back and got really depressed again, and life sucks sometimes, but we're coming back. So I shared a lot about that journey and made a podcast out of it and made different videos around it. And now we're here in 2023. And like I said, 41 years old, and my journey is far from over. There's a lot more to do. So let's make some fucking noise. Let's get crazy and let's do some amazing stuff. So here's what I'm going to say. There are more videos to come. I'm going to share more about my stuff. I'm just trying to do a lot of these in one take to make it easier so that I can just, get in the flow of making videos. And we're going to make some other stuff too. Like there's going to be other types of videos. It's not just going to be me in front of this like wooden wall or whatever. We're going to make a lot more different types of videos as well. But what I really want to do is I want to get back in the rhythm of making videos. So for the 15, 20 of you that may actually watch this and say, I'm with this guy, let's fucking go. Bear with me. I'm going to figure this out. We're going to, like I said, I think I said this in the last video, we're doing all this in real time now. So as I figure things out, as I make adjustments, as I try different things, I'm going to take you along. I finally hit the 1,000, so now there's finally going to be a chance to make a few pennies on these videos, and we're going to see if we can build this thing to 1 million. It's pretty wild, right? Are we going to do it? Is it going to happen? Am I going to watch this video back in 10 years and say, holy shit, we hit 1 million? I don't know. But that's something we're going to have to find out together. So this was a brief history of my entire run as a creative. Also somewhere in there, I love concert photos. I edit short form verticals, but that's for another video. So again, here's how we're going to do this. Hit the subscribe. Only, please, only hit the subscribe button if you actually like these videos. If you feel like you're going to watch more of them, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. And when it comes up all or personalized, hit all so that you actually get the notification that these videos are live essentially, and I'm going to do more. So leave a comment down below too. I didn't say this in the last video. This is one of those tricks that YouTube people do to like drive up engagement and get more people in their videos, but I mean this genuinely. Leave a comment down below. Let me know, like, are you a creative? Like, how did you find this video, first of all? Was this on your homepage? Were you already subscribed? Did you somehow find this video like in a search? I don't even know what I'm tagging these videos. I don't know what this video is called or whatever. But, I'm trying to go for other creatives and just kind of, maybe we can all grow together. I don't know. So comment down below who you are, what do you do? Are you creative, not a creative? Why are you here? Will you continue to be here? I don't know. Put something down below, and I'll see you on the next video.